Hi there, fiance has a porn addiction, and I really need advice. We have been together for over 6 years. I've only had one serious relationship before this, and I never knew how deeply you could love someone until I met my fiancé. Even after all these years, my feelings for him keep growing. We communicate well, work through conflicts, and our relationship has always felt genuine and loving. Except for one major problem. For some background, he has struggled for a long time with what I would describe as an unhealthy relationship with explicit online content. I didn't realize the extent of it until a few years into our relationship. I understand that some people see this as normal, but it became a concern because it started to feel constant and intrusive in our life. Over time, I tried to support him and be understanding, but it began affecting our emotional connection. When I discovered what he was looking at, I felt hurt, because it made me feel like what we shared together wasn't enough for him. We talked about it and agreed that he would work on reducing this behavior so it wouldn't interfere with our relationship. We've lived together for a few years now, and the problem has continued in cycles. He often stays up late under the impression that he's working, but instead, he goes back to that online behavior. When that happens, our intimacy and time together drop significantly. I'd confront him, he'd stop temporarily, then eventually the pattern would return. I've tried to ignore it, but eventually there was a serious incident. At the same time, I had been planning our wedding mostly on my own. He showed no interest in helping or even talking about it, which already caused a lot of emotional stress for me. One night, after a long day of taking care of the house, our pets, and everything else, I discovered that the problem had escalated further. I realized he had been communicating and interacting with people online in ways that felt like a betrayal to me. It wasn't just passive viewing anymore. There was active engagement and secrecy involved. That moment broke me, and I felt more devastated than I ever had in my life. When we discussed it, he admitted that this had been happening on and off for years. To me, this feels like emotional cheating, even if nothing physical ever happened in person. It destroyed my trust and made me feel deeply disrespected. Despite everything, I still love him. I know he has unresolved trauma, and I believe he does care about me, but I also feel like he crossed a line repeatedly and chose this behavior over our relationship. Our lives are deeply intertwined. We're planning a wedding. Our families are involved, and walking away feels terrifying. I'm emotionally exhausted and don't know what to do. I want to believe therapy could help him, and maybe couples counseling could help us rebuild trust. But at the same time, I feel broken and betrayed. I'm asking for advice. Would you consider this cheating, or am I overreacting? And if therapy is the right path, what kind should we even be looking into? I'm struggling so much right now, and would really appreciate guidance and compassion.